Hi, a very warm welcome to all of you to Priya's Wellness Micropod. I am Priya, and this is episode number 3. And I'm very excited to be here with all of you as usual. I usually look forward to this recording, and today I have some exciting tips for all of you. We recently celebrated International Women's Day, and I also had an opportunity to host a talk for working professional women in their early 20s and early 30s, mid 30s. And they all had quite similar issues that they were struggling with. They had a lot of responsibilities at work. The company that they work for is growing rapidly, and there's a lot of work pressure. They are also, some of them were new mothers, or some of them had recently gotten married. And so there was pressure from home as well. And because they were new mothers, they were obviously primary caretakers for their children. So there was that added pressure. So most of them were feeling so overwhelmed and stretched thin, and they wanted some tips and ideas as to how to deal with that stress. So I was, I shared a few tips with them, and I hope all women out there are making their health and well-being a priority, because we, for most part of our lives, have so many roles that we juggle, and it's very essential to keep our health and well-being at the forefront. Otherwise, it's almost impossible to do any of those roles that life is doling out to you to do them well. So on that note, the first tip I have is for women. And a lot of us, have irregular menstrual cycles, or we have issues like very heavy bleeding or clots, or we have acne, hormonal problems. And for that, what I have been doing for a while is that I soak black raisins overnight and I consume them first thing in the morning. So, black raisins really help you because they are very rich in amino acids, in vitamin A, C, and E. They have potassium and a few other minerals. And they also help in fighting anemia. So, if you are someone who's anemic, and instead of popping pills, because it's almost impossible to absorb artificial iron, all those iron tablets and anything that you take, the body doesn't absorb them. So try black raisins and see what difference it makes to you. I've been doing that for a while. Remember, this is not a pill, it takes a while, it's not a magic pill. So try this for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and see the difference. Apparently, black raisins are also used to elevate symptoms of PCOS, or if there is infertility, etc. So try that, and good luck trying black raisins. What I normally do is I soak them because I set an alarm, because one tends to forget. So at 9 p.m., my alarm goes off on my phone, and I know it's time for me to go to the kitchen and soak my black raisins so I can have them the next day. So that was my tip number 1. My second tip for today is something that is very, very close to my heart. When I was in my early 40s, actually, when I turned 40, I started experiencing a lot of panic attacks and like an anxiety disorder. I would wake up with a very bad feeling of anxiety. My heart would be racing. And I know why that was happening to me was because I was exercising a lot. I was doing Ashtanga yoga morning and evening, and Ashtanga is a very, very difficult yoga, and it's quite hard on the body. So I was doing it morning and evening, and on top of that, I wasn't nourishing my body well. So my body started sending alarm signals in the way of panic attacks and anxiety. And of course, I listened to my body. I cut back on the exercising, I changed what I was doing, and I started nourishing myself properly. I started eating well, I started putting eating a lot of protein, etc. But the anxiety stayed for some time, it lingered on. So I was visiting my sister in Jakarta, and I was talking to her about it, and I told her that this anxiety doesn't seem to go away. And she said, Priya, why don't you try guided meditation? And I remember the first time I tried guided meditation, I was sitting on her bed and we both experienced it. I mean, she had done it before, of course, but it was my first time listening to a guided meditation by Sri Ravi Shankar. And I absolutely fell in love with that experience. I immediately felt calmer. And I continued doing guided meditations for a long time. And I remember I used to check my heart rate before the meditation and after the meditation, and there would be a considerable drop in heart rate. So my body immediately started relaxing, and the anxiety that I was feeling slowly dissipated away. And I had the opportunity, quite recently, about 2 years ago, I had the opportunity to learn transcendental meditation. And it's another beautiful way of meditating. If you have the opportunity to learn it, if you can find a transcendental meditation teacher, because it needs to be taught by a certified transcendental meditation teacher. If you have that opportunity, learn transcendental meditation. It's an easy way of meditating. If not, and if it's your first time meditating, then try guided meditations. There's so many apps, there's so many YouTube videos. So that is something that works wonderfully. It does elevate symptoms of anxiety, depression. It adds clarity to you. It calms your mind. If you have brain fog, that goes away, and you just have a sense of calmness and well-being all around you if you practice meditation. So if you're someone who has tried meditation and you're like, well, that's not for me because I can't sit in one place, I really urge you to give it another shot. Try it. Listen to a guided meditation. Take baby steps. Try it every day, and it might become a part of your life, and you'll see a wonderful change. And I really hope that happens for all of you. All those who are already practicing meditation, kudos. You all know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, those were my two tips for today. Soak black raisins overnight, have them in the morning. And second, do try meditating, because these are things that are wonderful for you. All right, on that note, I will say goodbye and I will see you next week. Bye.